Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. In today's video, I'm going to be answering the most popular questions you guys ask me on YouTube, on Instagram, and TikTok about EB-5 program and things you have to do with it. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to get a free evaluation of your EB-5 visa. Let's go. Alright guys, you know that at the end of each video I'm telling you guys, leave me some comments or ask me a question. And same thing applies to Insta and TikTok, where I post unique content. And of course, when I get to see a lot of similar questions across all platforms, I get to choose them and make good content for you. Keep up good work, ask me questions on YouTube, ask me questions on Instagram, and I'll make sure that I do answer all of them. Question number one, can I get a loan for my investment? Short answer to this is yes, absolutely, you can get a loan for the investment. And actually, quite a few of our clients get loans in order to sponsor their EB-5 investment. However, there are a few things that you need to consider when you're taking a loan. Number one, that if you take a loan from the institution, like a bank or a credit union or things like that, then you do not have to prove where the bank got its money. It's presumed that the bank has clean money, although all we know that this is not true. It's far from the truth. A lot of banks are involved in money laundering and things like that, and they get fined all the time. But for the purpose of immigration laws, that will suffice. However, if you take a loan from a person, it could be your relative, it could be your friend, it could be a person you don't know, then you have to prove where that person got her money. Basically, you exchange with that person the positions. Now it's not you who's proving the source of funds, now it's them who's proving source of funds. Make sure, if it's a private loan, that that person who gives you the money has all the proof how they made that money and that they paid all the taxes on it. Not everybody knows that when you take up a loan, you do not have to pay taxes on that loan, especially, well, at least in those jurisdictions that we work with, and the Western Europe and Eastern Europe and Asia and a lot of South American countries. Most of the time, you do not have to pay the taxes on that loan, which is a good thing. And number two, if you take a secured loan, meaning that you have a collateral for that loan, meaning that you put something up in exchange for the loan. Let's say you pledge your apartment or your office or your car, whatever your property you have. In case you default, the bank or whoever is going to take your property. Then, if this is the case, you have to prove how you earn money in order to buy that collateral, that property that you're pledging. If you're pledging your apartment in downtown Madrid, then you have to show all the paperwork, how you got it, that you pay taxes and transfers and things like that. So make sure you understand that. And last but not least with the loan, the easiest way to get a loan is to take unsecured loan, meaning no collateral, not pledging anything, from a company. That could be your company or somebody else. Question number two, can cryptocurrencies be used to make an investment? And the short answer to this question is yes, absolutely. Cryptocurrency can be used. It could be Bitcoin, it could be Ethereum, it could be USDT, it could be USDC, whatever that is. However, a few rules need to be followed. Rule number one, you need to show how you purchased your cryptocurrency or how you exchanged your currency to the USDT. And number two, you need to show that you've done it through the licensed agency. It could be cryptocurrency exchange, it could be a private company that does this kind of transactions, or something else. In other words, if you do this exchange with private persons or with unlicensed companies, then you have to provide the paperwork how those people or companies made that money. And that's almost impossible, okay? If you just, if you went to a local Bitcoin and met with somebody on the street, you gave them 50,000 K, they put you 50,000 USDT. Unless they provide you the paperwork how they made that money, that's not gonna work, and they will not, okay? So make sure you understand those points. And last but not least, with cryptocurrencies, if your jurisdiction provides that you have to pay taxes on your income on cryptocurrencies, you have to provide the paperwork proving that you paid those taxes. Question number 3. What kind of ROI will I get on my investment? And ROI means return on investment. And this is a really good question because when you invest money, you expect to get some interest on that money that you invested. And I hear a lot from my clients, oh, Stanislav, with this money I can make at least 7% annually. Maybe if it's like third world country, maybe it's 20% on the investment or even more. And when I say, hey, you're gonna be getting probably 0.5% up to 3% annually on your investment, I always say, hey, your biggest return on this investment is a green card for your entire family. Yes, you can make more money in your country, wherever you're from, Nigeria, Cameroon, whatever, Brazil. I know you guys can make more money on that amount, but you will never make a green card out of it. And a green card is priceless because it leads to American passport, and American passport is the best thing in this world. Okay, you can travel anywhere in the world without visa. You can have all the opportunities in this country, the access to medicine, to education. Your kids will be here with all the opportunities. There is no counter argument to that. If you hear someone tells you, hey, I'm going to give you 7% on your investment for EB-5 visa for my regional center. And again, we're talking about mostly regional centers when we talk about return on investment, because if it's an active investment, that's all on you. How much money you make on it, it's up to you, it's up to your talents as a manager of a business. But if you hear anything above 3%, and especially above 5%, and 7, 8, something crazy, make sure you check 3 times who those people are. Because no one in the right mind will offer amount of money, this interest on the EB-5 program, because that's not how industry works. I will suspect that those people are some kind of fraud. I'm not saying they are. Maybe it's a legit business. But I will be extra careful when I hear anything above 3 or even 5% on your investment for the EB-5 regional center proper. Number 4. Is escrow account a preferable form of direct transfer of the money? And let me tell you guys, this is a really good question because you're thinking in the right direction. All EB-5 regional centers use escrow account in the beginning of this transaction, because when you sign the contract with them, you actually send the money not to the regional center, but to the escrow account that the regional center is working with. And once you send the petition and it's accepted, then the escrow account releases the money to the regional center, and they start working the money, they start using it for the construction, for the development, whatever that is. I've never done it directly through regional center. We always use escrow accounts because it makes it better for everybody and it's safe. Question number 5. Can I travel while my EB-5 petition is pending? And I do believe this question could be asked only if you file while within the territory of the US, because that allows you to file 526 form and 485 form to adjust your status and for you and your family. And while you wait the 485 form, and of course you have to file I-130A and I-765, and those are the travel passport and work permit. So while you wait in the US for the approval of your 526 petition, your EB-5 green card, you will be able to work and travel. And this is amazing because this is the recent change in this program that happened about a year ago, and now it allows you to wait for the decision in the US and work and be able to come back in the same pending status. And last but not least, how long can I be outside of the US while I'm on EB-5 visa? And let me rephrase this question because it's maybe a little bit misleading. The question is, once I get approval for my green card on EB-5 and I get my card, I get my permanent residency, how long can I stay outside of the US before I may face some kind of trouble? And the answer to this question is not more than 6 months. From the time you left till the time you come back. However, unless you requested and you got your re-entry permit. What is a re-entry permit? Well, the re-entry permit is the document that US government gives you once you have your green card that allows you to travel and stay outside of the US for up to 2 years without losing your claim to the green card. Of course, you must have a good reason to ask for such re-entry permit. And usually it has to do with some business, some relatives, some health issues, God forbid the death of the relative or something like that. So make sure that the reason you're requesting a re-entry permit is valid and good. If you want to know if you qualify for EB-5 visa, that's really easy to do. All you need to do is go below this video in the description section and find a link that's gonna say a free evaluation of your EB-5 case. You click on that link and you fill out the form that I prepared specially for you. And if I see that you have a good qualification, which I'm gonna let you know about, I will invite you to the complex immigration planning to create the initial written strategy of filing your petition. Smash that like button if you like this Q&A session for EB-5 visa and maybe you want it for some other visa that I'm specializing at. Also, comment or ask additional questions because that's how I make my content for you guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok and comment and ask questions over there too. I'll be more than happy to help you to answer them. I am Stanislav Shamayev, a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.